What's up, guys? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good. Today, we're carrying on with our special event where chat gets to affect the game. How this works is that every time someone donates via the donation link in the description, which is the Streamlabs donation link, you can get a link to it by doing !donate in the chat, and it's the pinned message at the top of chat. Every time someone donates via that link, it adds to the bar at the bottom of the screen, and every $10 on that bar, it triggers a vote for all of chat, regardless of if you donated or not, regardless of if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube. Everyone gets to vote, and they get to decide what world modifiers we turn on or off. So right now, the game is on maximum combat difficulty with maximum rage rate and via hazards. We've been getting absolutely spammed with being hunted in the plains, which is absolutely brutal. And then let's load into the game while we discuss this. Every $100 on the bar, chat gets to vote on the current active challenge. And again, anyone gets to take part in the votes. And the current active challenge is basically forcing me to use a controller. Prior to doing this challenge, I'd actually never used a controller before for Valheim, and it took a long time to get anywhere near used to using it. So it's actually been a crazy one. So yeah, right now we're at 560. Once that bar gets to 600, you guys will be able to vote on the challenges. So the things you get to vote on, every $10 vote is turning the map on or off, turning max combat on or off, turning the drop rate to 50% or back to normal, turning portals on or off, turning fire hazards on or off, turning max raids on or off, max death penalty, and the challenges that chat gets to vote on every $100 in the donation bar are inverting your A and D keys, which is pretty insane. Banning my character from sleeping. I'm trying to read whilst punching this grayling. Making me play club only. Vegan character, no repairs, invert mouse, and use controller. So far, we've beaten the first 3 bosses in this run. I'm trying my best to make this a speed run despite the craziness. We actually have had an entire inventory deleted and been sent back to the center from some of the world modifiers. So honestly, all things considered, I think we're doing all right. Say hi. Banned. Too needy already. What's up, Xander? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good, bud. Hit to like and sub. True. All caps. Hi. Smiley. All caps. Say hi. It's the first time this person does in chat. Jesus Christ, what a start to the stream. Right. Wait. Oh my god, it's so dark. Where's my little bed? Why can't I see my... Oh, there it is. It's just so dark. Can't see my bed. That's all it is. Should probably... We have a marker to go and retrieve our stuff. Well, I think we should maybe try and get to the point. I don't like the sound of that. Yeah, we should like try and get to the point where we can sleep. Oh, man, that max combat difficulty rock damage. You're all good, Xander. Appreciate you stopping by, mate. Dude, I don't like that I can hear. You know what? This is getting so crazy already. Just fuck it. Let's try and get back to our body. It's not even worth trying to do more prep. Hanging around. We're just making it more and more likely our bed gets destroyed by hanging around in the area. The fuck is that damage, bro? Our inventory is on a tombstone just down the road here, basically. It's not too far away. The maximum combat thing, like, it makes it more likely for higher tier enemies, and we're like surrounded by starred great wolves and brutes right at our spawn point. Money grab? Yeah, that's right. Any content creator online tried to earn enough money just to pay basic bills to survive is definitely doing a money grab and trying to take advantage of you. That's definitely how that works. Don't get a job, guys. That's just money grabbing. Whatever you do, don't get a job. Don't try and earn a living. Oh, we're still surrounded by wolves from the previous raid. I don't think we're going to be able to get our stuff here. We're going to have to drop stuff and come back because our inventory is not empty enough. The more I think about it, like I'm so happy that like so much of the community has been loving this event. So that, and the positive feedback has definitely made me feel better about the idea of doing something like this. And the more I do it, the more I just feel like I shouldn't have to explain myself for trying to earn a living. But for the record, you know, I do this full time. This is how I pay the bills. And we're still a pretty small channel. So it's crazy that is the case. And I decided, for once, after providing thousands of hours of entertainment completely for free, there's over 600 videos on my YouTube channel as such, to finally do something as a one-off event that actually incentivizes and rewards people for donating in such a way, by the way, where everybody in the chat gets to take part for free, regardless of if they donate or not, because everyone gets to vote on what actually happens when people change the game. And the reason I decided to do this is because I had several months of unfortunate things unfold back to back, where I was too sick to work for a period of time. Then, as soon as I come back to smashing out content for the Ashlands, my computer broke. And my whole setup had to be redone. And that cost a lot of money. And even though I didn't even ask for people to help in this scenario. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Lots of people did just voluntarily donate to help in that scenario. But I still had to spend hundreds of pounds of extra money that I couldn't afford to spend because it had to go on bills. Then my glasses broke and I couldn't see without glasses properly. So I had to pay that bill. And therefore, I have been behind on bills for a little while. And to avoid a situation where a continuation of that would result in me never being able to do this ever again, I just decided, oh, we can do an event like this as a one-off and then go back to what we normally do. And hopefully we can do it in a fun way. So that's why I decided to do that. But if people are so fucking ignorant to be so cynical about it, then I'm glad that we flushed those fucking morons out of the community. So I don't want people that fucking dumb in my community in the first place. Like, I've been making content now online for almost a decade. Oh shit, because of the combat difficulty, we can't do that. Keep forgetting. Can't punch a boar to death with 20 HP or whatever. And yeah, this entire time, I've always tried my best to make the content be fun for everybody. Make it in such a way where I enjoy it and chat enjoys it. And this event is no different. And I'm super happy that people have been enjoying it. But if someone is looking for someone, a content creator to paint, is doing some kind of money grabbing, you're barking up the wrong fucking tree, mate. Because it ain't me. Out of all of the years I've spent doing content, the second any video starts getting views, even if it's just a single video that starts to get good views, but we obviously have multiple videos of 100,000 plus or hundreds of thousands of views on the channel. The channel's got millions of views in total. Anytime any individual gets views, guys, my inbox is filled with sponsor offers, with companies offering to pay me money to promote their stuff. And I have only ever, out of all of those offers, worked with one sponsor. And we're probably talking legitimately about at least over 100 offers, if not more. And I refuse to do it because I don't care what somebody fucking pays me. I'm not going to promote some shady company, some dog shit product, whatever. I could be a lot wealthier being a YouTuber if I just said yes to every possible avenue of earning money. But I won't do that. Because those companies are fucking predatory. And I would never promote something trash to you guys just for the money. So, if people don't, if someone doesn't like the idea of me actually trying to do some unique content, something actually interesting that revolves around donations because they think it's money grabbing, I don't know what to say. Man, all these areas are overrun with wolves in a way that the other areas weren't. We might have to bait some fuelings over to fight them or something. Hey Nick, do you still do challenge runs? I haven't been able to find a kick only run and I figured it might be something for you. I still do challenge runs. My Mistlands only video was an absolutely crazy production. It was months of hard work to get that video made. It didn't come out that long ago. If you've not checked it out, I recommend it. Kick only could be interesting. Maybe. I'll write it down. I like to write down any idea that has potential and then I go through like a massive brainstorming session figuring out what's the right. I love this content. Me too. Thanks, Simon. Thanks, Sander. Excellent content needs to be supported. No question. I'm happy to support. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. I think I was just randomly pressing buttons on a different computer. I saw an Elden Ring challenge runner do a kick-only run and I enjoyed it a lot, which is how I thought of the idea. I think it might be difficult to implement into Valheim, though. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the best challenges are difficult to implement. I normally, like, when I start another challenge video, I go through, like, a brainstorming phase. I like to start things seeming impossible and then just try and figure it out. But I'm doing good, thanks, Terry. I'm actually feeling, like, better than I've been feeling for the last few days because I've actually got some good sleep. How did the game dev go? I haven't been much online for the last week. Oh, we got a game submitted for the game jam. So I'm happy with how it went overall, I would say. I mean, it went really well. It went really well. I don't know why I'm really like mincing words about it. It's a jam game, so it never gets to be as good as the game could have been. And obviously for a challenge, I did it in 7 days. So obviously it's not perfect and it's a small game, but I'm proud of myself actually from the work that we did for that. I think the pixel art in particular turned out so good for something made so quickly. And considering I'm not like... I'm still learning, trying to get good at pixel art, you know what I mean? Basically, I in it from a game dev perspective, like, I have the most experience designing and programming games, because when I used to do it for a job full time, I always worked with an artist. I always wanted to do it all myself, because when I originally, before I did it for a job, I was trying to do it all on my own. That's how I got the job. But yeah, like when I did it professionally, I had an artist assigned to me, and I would occasionally, you know, what used to happen is like, we'd be working on a certain part of a certain game, and if I didn't have art for it yet, sometimes I would make my own piece of temporary artwork to work with. Oh my god. And the sometimes those would end up being kept in the game because people liked it, so I did do it a little bit. But this was years ago now, and it was you know, it's almost like a decade ago when I started doing that job, and I did it for like 3 years. Since leaving that job, I've obviously mostly been doing content creation, but whenever I've come back to do game development in my spare time and work on my own projects, over the last, you know, like 7-ish years since stopping doing that job professionally, I have gradually, you know, tried to learn and get better at doing pixel art, and I was really happy with how the art of that game turned out. Specifically because it is the first time, I think ever, actually, that I've ever had to do art for a game, even if it's just a small game, since I've started practicing and learning pixel art in my spare time. Oh shit, there's a troll. That's not good. And so yeah, I'm happy with how that went. If you ever do this again, I have an idea. Instead of this, you could ban a meter. I'm not sure what that means. But yeah, I'm always open to suggestions. This event's kind of about you guys. Love to do one of those game jams, but I just have so many other projects. I can't find the motivation and the time. I wrestled with the exact same thoughts because, you know, back to the concept of me doing this for a living, you know, I'm always under pressure to be working on content and trying to make good videos for you guys that hopefully do well on YouTube. to pay the bills, right? So like anything that I know won't do well content wise isn't a guarantee. It's always like, it usually means I won't do it. But I had already really gotten heavy into game development again for like the last year. And I recently got into Pirate Software's content, so I decided, oh, you know what the main thing was actually? Is that I kind of decided, I've been threatening to like diversify my content and make content about different things. But I was like, but the problem's always been, oh, but what about all the other content that I know people like and whatever? Like, I never know like what I should do with that. And I basically just made a decision. You know what? Fuck it. I can do all of it. If I just work extra hard, I can do everything. I can still output more content that I know you guys like on top of new content. I just have to work harder. So I just decided to just do it anyway. So I did record doing that game jam, and I will make a video out of it at some point. It still probably wasn't the best like business decision, but because I was just passionate about it and I get to be my own boss, I was like, fuck it. I'll do it, and I can stream it, and I can make a video out of it, and we can have fun in the process. And to be the people that watch the game jam streams seem to really love it, and it was the most fun I've ever had on stream was doing game development. It was fucking awesome. What's up, Xavius? How's it going, man? We need to make weapons or something. We're so scuffed right now, running around with nothing on max difficulty. Don't worry about the timeout posting links thing. It just like deletes previous messages. And then you're back in chat. If you do a full stop, a period, with no spaces between the words like that you did in that last sentence, it'll think it's a link because the bot is dumb. Tired per usual. Played a few rounds of Deadlock. They're getting so unbalanced right now, but it's so fun. Yeah, I need to try it. I think what we do is, in this scenario, honestly, I hope you keep having fun with whatever you do, with whatever you put out, because if you're not having fun, neither are we. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of... So everything that has happened over the last several weeks, just in my life in general, has been really positive. And I know that, like, there's always people out there with the crazy parasocial relationships trying to overanalyze everything that's going on with any content creator. So I know that people may like see that I put out a video about something different that doesn't have as many views as my other stuff, and might see that I've done some streams that aren't as popular as when I'm grinding for world record, and think, oh, this must all be going terrible. But I've been so much happier and enjoying all of the content that I make, including the Valheim stuff, so much more. Now I'm fully committed to just pursuing all of my interests on YouTube and off of YouTube, instead of just trying to pigeonhole myself. Because I have always loved what I've done on YouTube. It's just like whenever you're limiting yourself to just do the one thing you enjoy instead of like the 10 other things you enjoy, you just get tired of it eventually. It's not that you don't like it, it just the repetitiveness can start to make it feel less fun. And so there is really like, previously my solution to that was like, I still love this, but you know, sometimes I just like need to take a break or whatever. And during those breaks, I always considered doing content for other games, but I was just like, oh, is it worth doing it if no one's gonna watch it or whatever? And I just recently kind of made the decision like, oh, fuck it, yeah, like all that stuff where I usually and ah about like I'm playing something else, I'm doing something else like game dev, like shall I be streaming this so that we are actually always live and talking to chat? Because I'm happy to do it, but I used to be more conscious about, I just know that it won't do as good as my other content. I've just said fuck it and like, no, I am just gonna share it all. So yeah, it's been really good and really fun, and I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm just gonna keep doing it. So still ending up, you know, putting more hours into content creation. Oh fuck. Than usual, but just getting to work on other stuff as well. It just keeps me fresh. You know what I mean? Ooh, I see a coding message. I'm excited to read that after I'm done dealing with this. But yeah, to Hawks' point about, I think we're going to have to actually, I don't think we can. Nah. We're going to have to use fires to do it without dying. I'll answer Terrier Dots. Well, I'll read that comment in a moment. Honestly, I hope you keep... Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. That's what I was going to say. To Hawks' point about keeping having fun, because it's not fun content if I'm not having fun. I was going to say something about that. I can't remember what it was now. I don't remember what I was going to say now. I guess what my point is just like, I was always having, whenever I make work on content, I'm usually having fun. I try not to do it when I'm not, because I know that it's bad content. But by being willing to put out content that I know might, at least at first, get less views because it's about other things, I'm able to just have more fun with other things and still put out videos and streams instead of taking a break by not posting new content. I think while in some senses may not be the most sensible business decision, is ultimately more fun for the dedicated regulars of the community and better for my personal sanity and happiness. As someone who is new to coding, oh shit, I would say new, even though I've probably done it for like almost 3 years, I still feel new. I feel anything coding and stuff, I'm gutted I couldn't watch. Hang on, let me read this again. As someone who is new to coding, I would say new, even though I've probably done it for like almost 3 years. I still feel new. I love anything coding and stuff. I'm gutted I couldn't watch as much of the dev stuff as I wanted to. Oh, well, it's all going to be up. It's all up on YouTube already. The VODs, if you wanted to catch up. I am going to edit it into a video that sort of makes it all digestible and summarizes each day. So hopefully you get some out of that. It's really cool to hear that you're interested in coding content, programming content, because that project, there was programming, but it was all via a visual scripting language, because that's just how Visual Studio works. Unfortunately, one of the few times I ended up complaining about the fact that I chose to make a Game Boy game during that jam was like when I was like, I wish I could fucking code my way out of this problem, because dragging and dropping the boxes doing visual programming is so annoying when you're trying to do something complex. But we're basically programming an enemy AI, and like AI is sometimes complicated. And what I was trying to do is kind of, I don't know, it felt like we're pushing the limits with the visual scripting language in that engine. But if you're interested in coding content in particular, we'll definitely do more of that on the channel in the future. I think whatever the next piece of game dev content is that I put out, or the next big chunk of it that we do on the channel in the future, will probably be more programming centric, just because I think it's good to show a variation of things. And it's just another skill set to sort of show off and educate people and talk about on the channel that we'll do less of in that event. I am coding something. I have been working on something like every night since the game jam has been over. That involves some programming that I have been thinking about showing you guys in some capacity. And I was thinking about maybe making it this month's behind the scenes members video, where we just go through some code and maybe do a little bit of programming. But if they end up using that system for the game, then you'll see that eventually on the channel. Because at some point, eventually, I'll get to the point where I am just going to stream the development of my own game. Oh no, I didn't see that he was there. At least a little bit. I want to sort of start just doing like occasional one-off game dev streams of me chipping away at my own game. I'm not going to be streaming me developing the whole thing, obviously, because I don't think we need to do that. But you'll start to see some programming on the channel for sure. What I'm actually working on at the minute, I think is so cool. I'm really enjoying it. Basically, like, I had been working in GB Studio, which is like the Game Boy engine that exists. I've been working in GB Studio for a while. And I had the idea of my game being able to be on the Game Boy. And so I'd sort of started working on the game for the Game Boy instead of making it in Game Maker like I previously was. And going through the whole process of making a game for Game Boy during the Game Jam made me realize all the things that I love about GB Studio and making Game Boy games, and all the things that I don't like about it. And it kind of got me thinking, like, it got me back to thinking, like, I should probably make it, like, as a PC game, and then we can figure out the Game Boy stuff afterwards, because there's just several limitations that I'm not a fan of. But anyway, the main thing that I loved about working with GB Studio is, like, the way that lots of the limitations... What? How? Where did it take a ton of damage from there? Just a little tiny... This is just going absolutely horrific, but it's a challenge at the end of the day. And we're chatting, so I'm happy. Anyway, one of the main things that I liked about working with GB Studio is actually one of the more bizarre things about it, right? Is you have to make all of your art in the default, just regular pea soup, 4 shades of green color palette. All of your art assets, your sprites and backgrounds, have to be made like that. And the way that you sort of make it into like a Game Boy Color game for it to have color is you assign palettes to assets, and they get programmatically colorized in real time, basically. And that system is so strange to get used to. But once you get used to it, it was how it became so easy for the game to always have a really nice, consistent color palette during the game jam. Because if a color looked wrong, I could just go and edit the palette, right? And correct the color really quickly. Instead of opening up the image of the sprite in an image editor and recoloring it, exporting it, and re-importing it, right? That's essentially what you would be doing in several cases normally. So it got me thinking, what if I emulated this system in Game Maker? We could get the best of both worlds. So I'm basically making something that is going to be, it's essentially a part of, I guess, just like a custom development pipeline that I might use for my game, where hang on, hold that thought. Where what happens is you import things drawn as the Game Boy Color palette again, right? And then I've written like a shader that basically detects each individual color in the Game Boy Color palette. No! He got stuck on something. We timed the dodge good then, but he got stuck on something. So close. And basically anyway, so with code using a shader, we say like replace this color with this color, and then I essentially have just an image that is the color palette that I want. And using a command line tool called Image Magic, convert like I've set up a command where I can just convert that image to a text file of all of the color values. And what I've been coding is like, yeah, pulling all those values into GameMaker and having them assigned to certain things in the shader. So basically, it creates this scenario where you can literally just be like, oh, I want this character's shirt. It's now blue. I want it to be red. I can open the palette in Sprite, change the blue color to red, save the image, run a command, and the next time you run the game, the new color will just be there, and you never have to redo the artwork. That's what I'm working on at the minute. So I've been doing a lot of programming every night. There's actually something about this shader that's driving me fucking insane at the minute. I don't know if there is anyone in chat that works with shader code, but GameMaker uses GLSL, and the shader keeps telling me that this array is too big for the shader. You know, it shouldn't be. So I'm trying to debug it. But basically, I've built that system and it works fine. I'm just trying to optimize the code. So that's why I'm trying to feed larger data structures into it so that it will just... Basically, right now, it's hard-coded to handle 64 different colors, which is fine for now. And then, like, if I added more than 64 colors, I would, like, have to add a couple lines of code here and there, but it'd be really simple still. But it'd be better if it didn't have to do that and it was just automated and it could be any size. So that's what I'm trying to figure out at the minute. And the reason I'm doing that, this is just like essentially just a project, just an exercise, an experiment, because I just have a feeling that if I can figure out the right way to emulate essentially the way a retro game system works with palette limitations in GameMaker, it might give me the best of both worlds rather than just making a Game Boy game straight up and essentially making my game go smoother in a nutshell. So I might not even end up using this whole system, but spending ages working on it, because if it does work out, it could be awesome. I can show it you guys at some point. It works right now. It's just not finished. We're very small experience with shaders. I used HLSL. Hasn't gone well. I mean, yeah. I feel like anytime anyone goes from just working from fucking just regular CPU code to GPU code, the jump never goes well initially. I feel like. But yeah, I've not worked much with shaders either until now. What's up, Fuzzy Bear? Thanks for the look. I appreciate that. I just need to keep her head on a swivel. I feel like it's sort of harder to be as aware of what's around you with a controller, because you're not constantly zooming in and out and mousing around. Welcome back, Xander. This is also like one of the first times in a very long time that I've gone like, the tools for what I'm trying to make for my game aren't good enough. I can make something better. And just trying to make it. That's not something I've done a ton of, but it is something that is really good to at least attempt periodically. That's right. Run. There's still more of them, it sounds like. There are 20 people watching and only 17 likes. Wait, did that wolf just disappear? What happened? To a certain 3 of you have a very specific set of skills. We're carrying on this narrative of Zine Thorn being Liam Neeson. He like finds and punishes people that don't smash like on YouTube. Okay. Let's anything that was actually useful. Let's just pick back up real quick. Maybe grade 1 fires actually. We should probably cook that wolf meat. Alright, we're gradually getting back in business, chat. Wolf ran off to get his big brother. Don't say that. My God. The fire hazards. Oh my God, don't burn me. Fire hazards are definitely one of the more fun kind of twists. Do we just sail to a different planes to look? Well, look at this spot here, actually. We've not explored that area. yeah, let's do that. Because we did explore pretty extensively this biome on last stream, didn't we? And it didn't look good. We need 2 more Yag totems so we can summon and kill your glove. Over here is like where we died earlier, is like, isn't it? I don't remember if, you know, when we died and we lost all of our stuff. No, yeah, we don't have a load of stuff over there, do we? It just got deleted because of the world mod that was on at the time, right? So there's no point in going there. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. I am Chippy. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing good, mate. All right, guys, I'm just going to explain the event real quick. Now we're like an hour into the stream and people have had a chance to show up. Basically, I'm doing a special event on the channel right now where if you donate via the Streamlabs donation link, you can get a link to it by doing !donate. No way. We're getting another hunted event, but luckily we're in the middle of the ocean. So it's going to be very difficult for the wolves to reach us. Anyway, anyone that donates, it has to specifically be via that link in order to trigger the stuff for the event. So it's the pinned message at the top of the chat. You can read about it there. Top of the description on YouTube, !donate. It's the Streamlabs link. You've got to use that link to take part in the event. Any donation via that link adds to the bar at the bottom of the screen. And every $10 mark on the bar triggers a vote in the chat where all of chat, regardless of if you donate or not, you do not have to donate to take part. It triggers a vote that all of chat on Twitch and YouTube at the same time gets to take part in. And you get to vote on what world modifiers we turn on and off. So you get to vote whether to turn my map on or off, max combat on or off, which is currently on, nerf the drop rate to 50% or put it to normal, turn portals on or off, fire hazards on or off, max raids, fire hazards and max raids are currently on, and max death penalty. Every $100 threshold, it triggers a vote that changes the current active challenge. So that current active challenge right now is forcing me to use a controller, which is absolute torture. It slowed us down massively. You can see it in the top left. At the next $100 threshold in the donation goal, you guys will get to decide on whether to change the current active challenge to invert A and D, no sleeping, club only, vegan character, no repairs, invert mouse, or if you want me to continue to use the controller, you can vote for that again. That's how it works. And yeah.
Who will donate $10 to hit $600?
Dana, thank you so much for the $30 donation, you legend. Thanks for supporting the content and keeping the dream alive. He says, who will donate $10 to hit 600? Trying to bait someone to trigger the next $100 challenge vote. But in the meantime, with that donation, we do trigger a vote on the world mod. So let's get that going, chat. The votes. Hello? Streamlabs. All right, the vote's now open. Do exclamation vote space map if you want to turn the map off. Do exclamation vote space combat if you want to put the combat back to normal. Exclamation vote space drop to nerf the drop rates by 50%. Exclamation vote space portals to turn off portals. Exclamation vote space fire to disable fire hazards. Exclamation vote space raids to put the raid rate back to normal. It's currently scuffed. Exclamation vote space penalty for maximum death penalty. And let me just refresh the poll overlay. You should be able to see it on screen, but for some reason between streams it always wants to shit the bed. So there we go. You can see it now. You've got 1 minute to vote, so get your votes in. If it is a tie, we just do the vote again. So if there's a specific world mod you want to activate, get those votes in. Exclamation vote space map for no map. Exclamation vote space combat to put the combat back to normal. Exclamation vote space drop to nerf the drop rates. Exclamation vote space portals to disable portals. Exclamation vote space fire to disable fire hazards. Exclamation vote space raids to put the raid rate back to normal. It's currently double. And exclamation vote space penalty for maximum death penalty. 20 seconds, chat. Get those votes in. I need to get a bed down before we die to a mosquito. We're very squishy right now. 14 seconds. Get those votes in. Nice. All right, mate. Good luck with work tomorrow, Mike. Thanks for stopping by, bud. Foggy.
Throw the controller out the window.
Nice, Sandra, with a $10 donation. Taking us to $600. Thank you so much, guys. Really. It means a lot. But that triggers the next challenge vote, and that's why he is saying throw the controller out the window. So we actually might be able to get rid of it. It looks like this vote has closed, is it? Complete. What won the world mod vote? Map was the most voted for option. So now we have to disable our map. So that's definitely going to be an extra bit of a challenge. But because of Nisadra's put us over the threshold, so now we're at the next $100 marker, you get to vote for the current active challenge. So right now, I have to use controller. But now when I open this poll, you guys will be able to vote. Do you want to change the active challenge to invert the A and D keys? If so, do exclamation vote space invert. Do you want to change it to ban my character from sleeping? If so, exclamation vote space sleep. Do you want to change it to club only? If so, do exclamation vote space club. Do you want to change it to vegan character? Exclamation vote space vegan. No repairs. Exclamation vote space repairs. Invert mouse. Exclamation vote space mouse. And if you want me to continue to use a controller, exclamation vote space controller. But if that wins, I can't promise that I won't throw the stream out the window. Okay? All right, one more time. Exclamation vote space invert to invert my A and D keys. Exclamation vote space sleep to ban me from sleeping in game, not IRL. Lol. Exclamation vote space club for club only. exclamation vote space vegan for vegan character, exclamation vote space repairs to ban repairs, exclamation vote space mouse to invert the mouse, and exclamation vote space controller to continue to use the controller. Think about this one hard, guys. You've only got 40 seconds, but this one lasts until we raise another $100. If that takes a few days, we're going to be in this challenge for the long haul, all right? So this one's a big deal. These $100 challenge votes. Exclamation vote space invert if you want to invert A and D. To invert the mouse, it's exclamation vote space mouse. 16 seconds. What's it gonna be? I don't know what it's gonna be. It's quite close. All right, it's over. What won? It's a tie between sleep, banning sleep, and doing a vegan run. Right, if it's a tie, guys, it just means we do it again. So if you want to change the current active challenge, you can see the current active challenge at the top left of the screen. You do exclamation vote space invert if you want to invert my A and D keys. Exclamation vote space sleep to ban sleep for my character. Exclamation vote space club to make it so it's a club only run. Exclamation vote space vegan to make it so I have to have a vegan character. Exclamation vote space repairs to ban repairing. Exclamation vote space mouse to invert my mouse. Exclamation vote space controller to make me continue to use a controller. I might as well wait for the results of this challenge before I resume, because this could be a really big deal. Also, these are our current world mods. You guys turned the no map on, so just so you can see we're doing it. "50 seconds, chat." The vegan one is actually going to be really interesting because that makes it a huge challenge if we're going to do the vegan thing legit, because it means we can't even use a raft. So we might have to get a cart made, which is going to be tricky. And I can see that's in the lead right now. Chat wants it. Definitely will be interesting. Would that mean you can't use non-vegan items you already own? I think it has to, right? I mean, I don't think we necessarily have to drop them, but I don't think we can use them. All right, the vote's over. I think I know what won, but let's see. Vegan. All right, that is very interesting. This is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Because, let me change what's on screen so you guys can see what we're doing. Vegan character. Yeah, so the idea of adding this to the list came from the fact that some time ago now, I made a video that was basically the Valheim vegan challenge. And it's something that had never been done before, and I don't think anyone's even done it since, because it's a lot crazier than it sounds. Because, for whatever reason, you know, there's an assumption that it's just about what you eat, right? Oh my God, I get to actually use a keyboard and mouse again, though, chat. So anything is worth it. But yeah, like in the video, obviously, it's all for entertainment purposes. It's never too serious. But I was just kind of making the point that, like, I've been friends with lots of vegans. It's a lot more complicated than just food. You know, like like they don't use leather, for example, right? So in the video, I killed all the bosses in the game. Did I eat? I didn't. No, I didn't eat. I've already ate that. We need to move that somewhere else so I don't spam it. So yeah, like any items that use any leather or hides are not usable, which means like no boat is even craftable. So it's completely insane. But hopefully someone in chat frees us from this torture eventually. So we can use the club, but we can't use the bow. Can't use the spear. Level 2 flint axe, I think, technically requires leather to upgrade. A bones vegan? Definitely not. So I guess we can't use it because he uses it to upgrade. We need to figure out a weapon that we can use. We could definitely use a level 1 club. And a level 1 stone axe. Let's take stuff off that we can't use. We can't use this antler pick either. We can use torches. Okay. Man, it's been a while since I did the challenge, so I need to... Oh, we also have no map and max combat difficulty, don't we? We're gonna need fires. Fires are gonna be our big thing right now. Now's the time where portals would be helpful. Have a portal to a spot with some chests. Portals aren't vegan though, because they use eyes. I think the Abyssal Razor uses leather as well, right? How about you can use it if you already have it, but you can't craft a new one? It sort of makes sense because as a vegan, there is hypothetically nothing wrong with getting something from like a thrift store or something, right? Because it's recycling. But I think that some that's probably a matter of opinion. But I think we could get away with that. But it depends what chat thinks. Does chat thinks it should be that we can use what we already have? The thing is about that, like, what about mats we already have? I don't know. I think it's too much. Maximum difficulty. I think it somewhat negates the challenge because there's, yeah, we could do lots of things with what we already have. We should keep the mats, but just not use them until the challenge gets changed. That's what I think. I think we should have to live as hardcore as a vegan as possible until chat saves us from vegan hell. I'll tell you what, we're lucky we're in sight of a Black Forest because Black Forest is going to be our savior. Carry your sins with you. Yes, exactly. Oh, no, not again. It's vegan karma. No, there's one there. Go away, bro. I'm so fucked right now. Oh, I shouldn't have done that jump. I don't have the stamina to deconstruct even. Well, there's a problem. Auto runs on because I've been using a controller and it's terrible without auto run on controller. They're running away. Oh shit, he's not running away. Ah! He ran back. No. We got so debated. Instant vegan karma. We can't be the hunter anymore. So we immediately get hunted. At least we can eat all the cloudberries we want. Pretty tasty meal. Fuck. I think I'm gonna... Oh, that fueling's gonna be dead. Never mind. Shit! Yeah, maximum difficulty, vegan challenge. No map. We're in very interesting territory right now, chat. I was starting to think what if we beat the game before we hit the goal? I'm no longer worried about that problem. Well, oh shit, why are we getting double dose of mosquitoes now? No, max penalty is not on. Thankfully. Although we can't... Oh, shit. We can't use most of our inventory anyway, but... For later. In fact, we should just still be focusing on getting totems and stuff. Because that's why we came to this island in the first place. We need 2 more totems. I did think ahead, luckily, and I already placed our 3 totems on the Glove boss altar in case someone enabled death penalty maximum. So all we lose is the little bit of gear that we have. If we lose the whole inventory, which isn't quite as bad as losing all of the summon items. I'm trying to get to the point where I can make a hammer so that I can then make a fire so we can kill these mosquitoes with fire. So I can try and get my stuff back. Oh no, don't come this way. Oh my god, I didn't think he would fly so far. I mean, if he's near our bed, we could try and punch him to death eventually. It's not too bad if we're near a bed. Guys, we're 60% of the way through the goal, so thank you so much for the support. That is awesome. I'm going to be streaming this event as much as I can until we've reached the goal. Once we hit the... actually, I've not said this in today's stream. If we hit the $1,000 goal, I'm going to do a special multiplayer stream where we start a Valheim server that will be open for just 1 stream, where we will drop the password in the chat so anyone can join in on the antics, and you guys will be able to help me on a Valheim speedrun. So it should be absolute hilarious chaos if we get there. But that's the plan. Yeah, in regard to the continuing these event streams, it's just what I'm calling it. I think that's a good name. Oh shit. I'm going to be doing these streams as much as possible. We are getting to the point where I may have to take a couple of days to just progress on some videos a little bit. But then we'll be right back to the streams. So it has been a little while since I last posted a video, and I have several videos in production right now. That... Ooh. Spicy. I'll do air guitar solos. I mean, it's still potentially open to other suggestions for fun stuff chat would want to see if we hit the goal. I think the multiplayer stream is still a really good thing, and we can definitely do that. regardless. But by all means, let me know if there's like other things you guys would like to see. That would be a good fun reward. We don't have to do all of them, but we don't necessarily just have to do one thing either. I'm just going to try and punch him. We'll kill him eventually. Love how chilled you are, just punching trees while 2 mosquitoes are aggro to you. I know, right? I appreciate that. I'm so desensitized to doing ridiculously grueling things in Valheim at this point. It's just my life as a Viking. So when you're on max combat difficulty, like we are now, I don't think I can tank it on max combat difficulty now, even with corpse drop. So when you're on max combat difficulty, right, enemies basically do double damage and have double health. That's how it works. Pretty much. Might not be exactly those numbers, but it's pretty much that. So it definitely takes a while. To punch a mosquito to death in this scenario. But I need a little bit more wood. And a little bit more stone, and we can burn a mosquito. We got him. We're out of wood again. This is the vegan way of life. Come at me, bro. Nice. You gotta wait until he's like close, because otherwise he's not close enough to the floor. Oh, we've still got a couple of wolves there too. Oh shit, more than a couple. They're just chilling on my body over there. Now would be a good time to try and make a stone axe. Is that even possible when you're on controller? I don't know, dude, actually. There's that type of stuff is where the main problem was with it, for sure. The stuff to do with building something and moving. In fact, it was... You know what? I don't think it is. Lure into the walls. Ooh, that's a good idea. Oh, well. Never mind. Well, we've wrecked it, but we're getting hunted again. This is the double raid rate that's currently active coming into play. Yeah, I'm dead. I don't have the stamina. Yeah, we didn't have to take it to the wolves. It's nice and convenient, isn't it? Wolves came to us. It's so funny because a lot of the run, we've had the double raid rate active. But it's never become that much of a factor until we killed Bone Mass, and now we're just getting spam hunted. That's like our 5th or 6th time or something like that, just in like the last few hours of gameplay. Is that a different one? It can't be. Has to be the same one. We don't have a map, so I can't tell. The layers of insanity. Like for the challenge level of this. Like at times it's just been normal, right? And then other times it's just been absolutely insane. I'm trying to think the best way out of this. Now, the first thing that comes to mind is, do I need to get my stuff back? And the second thing is, keep trying to make fires. Or do we just try and lure some enemies there? Poggy.
I'm not sure what would help the most at this point. Map? Raid? I guess chat decides.
Yeah, true. Thank you so much for the $10 donation, Zinthorn, your legend. Thanks for supporting the content and keeping the stream alive, bud. Right, that means you get to vote on World Modifiers chat. Do you want to turn the map back on? Vote, exclamation vote space map. If you want to put the combat level back to normal, exclamation vote space combat. If you want to turn portals off, exclamation vote space portals. If you want to disable fire hazards, exclamation vote space fire. If you want to put the raid rate back to normal, exclamation vote space raids. If you want to increase the death penalty, do exclamation vote space penalty. Got 1 minute and 20 seconds to vote, so do not wait. If it's a time, we will do the vote again, so get those votes in. One more time is exclamation vote space map to turn the map back on, exclamation vote space combat to put the combat back to normal, exclamation vote space drop to nerf the drop rates by 50%, exclamation vote space portals to disable portals, exclamation vote space fire to disable fire hazards, exclamation vote space raids to put the raid rate back to normal, exclamation vote space penalty to increase the death penalty. You have 50 seconds. If there's something you want, get those votes in. The combat levels. So funny. Well, I can't see the wolves right now. Let's see if they're still there. If they are, we kite those goblins. 4 seconds, chat. Oh, is it over? It sticks at a few seconds sometimes, the timer on screen for whatever reason. Map was the most voted option. Okay. Chat are not letting the intrusive thoughts win. Nice chat is winning. So they want the map back on again. All right, let's see. At least we'll be able to see on the map if there's any active events. Thank you, chat. And thank you, Zinthorn, for the donation. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any active ones. We've got our stuff back, and seemingly they've just gone away. So... still in vegan challenge mode, obviously, so... there's that. But... right, let's just try... and, find the other two your glove totems, because that's why we came here. And lucky for us, I could probably, like, we know where Yag is over here. Even if we lose our map again, could probably get back to that. And he's one of the bosses that it's not too bad to have to do as a vegan, because we can use any weapon. It's just how long it will take, that's all. So we really just need wood for Yag, which is vegan. Just got here from hitting the like button. Are we winning yet? Hell yeah, dude. Thank you for smashing the like button on YouTube. Appreciate that, bud. I guess we're going to cross over to this other island. It looks like there's still... well, it's sort of the same island. It's just a scuffed island. But some planes have not explored. It's a bit of a tough situation, right? Because we got 3 totems and placed them already on your Yag's altar. But we already had 5. But when our inventory got deleted, we lost them. And they are just like hard-coded, right? The totems. So that effectively just means, you know, they won't respawn in those spots where we already looted them. So we need to find new spots. And yeah, the current active challenge activated by chat, the last $100 threshold in the donation bar is vegan character. So any weapon or item or anything or food that uses an animal product we can't use, which is most things, basically. Well, most things we have access to at this moment in time. Bruh. Should do a challenge where it is the opposite of being vegan. You can only use animal and monster drops. That's pretty funny. The carnivore challenge. That's actually a really funny idea. I actually like that idea. Let me write that down too. Like I said before, like any interesting ideas, I at least always just write them down. And next time I'm like brainstorming for a video, it might come up. carnivore challenge, Valheim video, opposite of vegan challenge. Feels so nice to be back using a keyboard and mouse, not gonna lie. Doesn't matter what level of challenge we have. It's bliss. In fact, yeah, we need some more stuff. For fires and that. Okay. It's gonna keep running because they won't last long in the plains anyway. Jesus. Don't tell me that was a third Deskito, was it? Jesus, dude. There's a lot going on right now. Why is it just Deskito Central and no Yag totems? Why are you like this, Valheim? Well, doesn't look good so far. Quite a scuffed plains. There really seems to be an ungodly amount of skills in your game. Yeah, I'm wondering, you know, if... you know how increasing combat difficulty increases the spawn rate of harder enemies? I'm now wondering whether Deskitos count. Dude, this bit's mountain. Our sealed towers are so far away as well. Well, we've been to this plains, but it's not fully explored. So maybe we just go there. Oh my god. The raid rate hell continues. Desquitos, get involved, please. Oh, I was still stuck in the animation from doing the dodge roll. At least they are getting involved. Fucking hell. Yeah, we're also getting a little bit unlucky with totem drop rates here, but we'll get there eventually. It's starting to look like it was like the best decision I ever made to just drop the 3 totems we had into the altar already. This is fun. Hell yeah. You like the idea of a carnivore run? Let's think. What would go into a carnivore run? The concept's a funny idea. So basically, like, you have to eat meat. So you're going to be very low on stamina most of the time. Yeah. When it comes to... Oh, I guess, like, for example, right? All just like normal stuff that both a vegan and a carnivore would use, like workbenches and stuff, doesn't make sense to restrict that, does it really? But I suppose, like, when it comes to weapons and stuff, and armor and stuff, yeah. Good point. It has to be something that, yeah, has at least an ingredient that came from some sort of living thing. Yeah, that actually could be really interesting. That's actually a funny idea to sort of a sequel. You know, like how the Mistlands Only challenge video is sort of a sequel to the Swamp Only challenge video. And if we keep going down that path, which we probably will, of doing biome only challenges, that's almost like a series. The carnivore challenge would be a good sequel to that. And yeah, that sounds fun. I'll have to plan it out. I'll have to think about it a bit more deeply and actually do some testing. See, the Desquito is just decimated. Please attack from high ground. There we go. Goodbye. So here's a question about carnivore stuff. Do bugs count? I feel like in real life, bugs don't count. But you hear people talk more about eating bugs. Because what about all the stuff that's derived from seekers? Still, even if you can make all the carapace stuff, it could be a lot of twists on the way, right? You still got to get there. We could definitely do with some more vegetables to eat. Cloudberries are pretty insane how you are pretty good with just cloudberries. But would you be able to eat honey? I'm not sure. I don't know the answer. Did we check that mountain? We must have checked it to some extent. Oh, we can't use a boat anyway. Shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, we need to go to the Black Forest to get a cart so we can travel the oceans as a vegan. YouTube not connected to the chat overlay? Is it not? Honey for vegans in real life is a little bit of a case-by-case scenario. Some eat it, some don't. It's one of those things. I actually was raised keeping bees. My granddad growing up kept bees, and I had a hive that we kept together. So I love bees. And it's actually a little bit... a lot of people don't know what they're doing with raising bees. Because they think they can just eat all the honey and just have the bees live off sugar and water and it'd be fine. But actually, nowadays, that you just do not do that. You can only... Taking almost any honey is not good out of a hive because it's really essential for the bee's health and their immune system gets super weak. Oh shit, I forgot about max difficulty. Oh shit. So anyway, hypothetically, there is an amount of honey that if you're a responsible person is okay to take out of the hive and the bees still be good. But really, you might want to leave it in if you care about the bees. But I love honey. And the reality is, like, most experts would say you can take some honey. You just want to leave them with plenty of honey for the winter. If it's billed as an opposite to the vegan challenge, then if honey isn't allowed in vegan runs, it should be allowed. Yeah. Someone was saying vegans do consume honey. Vegans do consume honey, but some vegans won't consume honey. It is like one of those weird... in the vegan sort of community, there is stuff that is not settled. Means like some people, it's rare, but some will do eggs. And actually, I was also kind of raised on a farm as well, so I can also tell you about that. They should have eggs. It's not a baby chicken. They're not fertilized. It doesn't work like that. Now, if the reason for not eating eggs isn't that it's a baby chicken, and in fact it's because you don't want to support how they were unethically raised, that's legit. But there's also plenty of people selling eggs that actually they're just chickens that just live on their land and they're just roaming around. Like on my family's farm, they never throughout that entire time I was there as a kid, they never got chickens. They never farmed chickens. We always had eggs. Chickens just moved in. They just showed up of their own accord. They just lived wild in the area. Presumably descendant from some chickens that escaped a farm. And they just moved in. One day. We didn't do anything to keep them there. We just left them to it. And they just made little nests in hedges and bushes and stuff like that around the farm. And yeah, they lay eggs every day. They're not fertilized, so good eggs. What overlay do you use for the boss icons? Is that a mod or an OBS window? I just made the images in an image editor and added them to the OBS screen. We definitely have low health being a vegan character. Part of the carnivore run should be that you have to make sure the bees are never happy. Oh no. That's so sad. But I like where your head's at. Yeah, exactly, Zinthorn. It's about the keeping of the animals to some people. But yeah, like I said, I've been friends with several vegans in my life. It's usually quite different for everyone, but yeah, I was also raised on a farm, and there is definitely stuff that sometimes about agriculture, the perspective on it is not the reality, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of people that ethically raise their animals and care about them and stuff. But most of the traditional, sort of old school traditional farmers in most countries know about all of these sustainable ways and how to do everything ethically. And if it never left their hands, the food industry, food would be sourced more ethically anyway. It's more so the giant corporations that put all the farmers out of business, the big factory farms and the big businesses that do the unethical stuff. There's some, don't get me wrong, there is some stuff that could be better from still just like regular average Joe farmers that aren't factory farm people. There's always stuff that can be done better or worse, and it's all like a case-by-case basis, right? It's up to each farmer how they run their business. Sometimes they just need to learn about stuff. But for the most part, it's all done more ethically and more sustainably by actual real farmers than it is by these giant corporations. And if you're from a farming community like I am, everyone's well aware that it's all them big businesses putting everyone out of business. You know what I mean? A lot of people want the same thing as some of the sort of animal rights and vegan types. A lot of farmers want similar things, you know what I mean? There's actually a lot more common ground than people think. I want to try and get a troll to get us some mats to be able to make a cart I also don't want to die, and I want to get a bed down in this Black Forest. We're pretty limited by what we can use at the minute. And all animal cruelty run sounds too dark. It does sound too dark, I agree. It's fucked. I just had a random thought before as well. You know, the other day we were talking about the idea of pacifist runs and like what could it mean other than just taming animals. I thought, like, what if I made like a funny video that was essentially about how to enjoy Valheim as a pacifist, where instead of it being like a challenge run, it's just like a funny video where our character is essentially like a chef or something. And we're just like kind of role playing make like a short funny cinematic video where we kind of role play as a wholesome passive Viking that just like farms and cooks in Valheim and doesn't do any bosses. I think lots of ideas are coming out right now, chat. I think that could actually be a really good video. I'm writing that down too. Try and do every activity in the game that doesn't require violence. Do the highest level without killing bosses. Just pick flowers and cook and frolic around. Yeah, it would be kind of funny. It was way lower on wood than I thought. How about a run where you can't directly kill anything yourself? You have to drag skeletons around and troll some feelings to do killing in nearby zones. I think that's cool, but it's also a bit too similar to what's already been done. Which, you know, obviously it's not a requirement for everybody, but I always try and think of something pretty unique. We literally only had one more stamina than we needed to get that dodge. You see, we have one stamina left. Okay, troll. This situation is scuffed. I wanted to get a bed down before it came to this. But it is what it is. One stamina again. We're dead. We just can't survive on max difficulty. I don't even remember. Are we on max difficulty? I think we are. What about doing the trophy hunt with Red and Archie? Yeah, I've thought about it. Archie's asked me about it before. I probably will do it at some point. It's just like not a priority for the channel. But I'll probably do it if it coincides with a time where my schedule is a little quieter. What's up, Captain Fossil? Thanks for looking by. I hope you're doing good. To be honest, it might have been for the best that we didn't get a bed down in this Black Forest because it's so small, and with that troll in there, it probably would have found our bed and destroyed it. So we've made a little bit of progress because I don't know if you guys noticed, but we did manage to get the troll to get some tin. Blueberries, please. Bliss. More stamina. You know, I think the one thing about these streams that could be better, let's say, from a I don't know, let's say like discovery perspective, is that so often what we're doing is super interesting. Some like really weird, quirky challenges and settings. The combinations make it like really interesting and fun. But like for people just browsing to fully grasp why it's interesting, the title would have to change all the time. Because like right now it's like vegan max difficulty max raid run or whatever, you know what I mean? So hopefully people just tune in. Oh, this is where, is this where we were? This is where we were, I think, when we had our inventory deleted and sent back to the center. We're back here again. Has the cheese for fodder been found yet? Yeah. Basically just make a I showed it in great detail what I was working on, and there's someone else doing something very similar that was already out there. I showed it in my video about the Ashlands, my massive Ashlands guide video. Is it exclamation Ash guide? Is it in the chat? I can't remember the command to link to it. But yeah, basically you just mold the terrain to create essentially like a shape to trap him in, lure him into it, raise the ground behind him, to trap him in, and then spam magic with spells in there. That's basically the gist of it. I spent a while like figuring out like different strats and stuff for the Ashlands for that video. I'm really happy with all the stuff I figured out. I think it's good, solid. But yeah, like I'm sure we'll figure out more stuff eventually. I'm looking for copper. That's just stone, isn't it? So yeah, again, guys, because of the current active challenge in the top left is vegan character, we can't make a boat because it requires leather. So we need to float along the ocean using a cart. But I can't use my pickaxe because it's made of antler. So we need to get the mats to make some bronze nails so we can make a cart by using this troll. She's around here somewhere, but I'm not looking for the troll right now. We can find him again. I'm just looking for copper to lure him to. Was this copper the whole time? No, it wasn't. I didn't think it was. Oh, dude. When you're naked and you're low health because you can't eat meat, then rocks really hit on max difficulty. Let's maybe regen a little bit. I'm not seeing copper. Oh, shit. Another bush camping. Desquito. The second we sat down, he showed up and he never made a sound or anything until I sat down. And then you just locked in an animation to stand up. Motherfucker. He knew what he was doing. Oh, you're all good, Sander. Drop this food, we can't eat it. Don't tell me. These scenarios where like biomes sort of cross over on the edges are always the most dangerous. It's when you least expect it. Oh look, there's a tiny patch of plains there, look. Yeah, and that's exactly where our Desquito is. Jesus. There's tons of dead deer around the area. And it's multiple Desquitos, so he just got debated. I can't dodge it, I don't have the stamina. Got fucking debated, man. I assumed on such a tiny patch there would only be one Desquito. But nope. This is definitely the hardest situation we've been in with the vegan stuff, but at least it's interesting. It's going to take a lot of fighting our head against the wall and deaths and stuff, but we can get out of this. We just have to go back to fire strats. Yeah, I remember when on stream we figured out this strat with just placing fires in front of Desquitos. It is such a game changer. Situations where you just end up naked in planes on runs. Okay. I think I might relog to get rid of this wet debuff because we really need all the stamina we can get. Let's get them mushrooms as well. Finally, full set of 3 vegan-friendly foods. One of the other things that's concerning is the group of fuelings that appears to be near my body that I don't remember existing before. No! I just checked my inventory because I was thinking like, that's not right. I've not dropped the right thing. What's up, Persec? Thanks for coming by the stream. Hope you're doing good. A little bit of a tight space there. The hardest situations in Valheim to survive, like weird movement and dodges and stuff like that, are just like when you don't have full 360 vision and movement. You can survive a lot wild stuff. It's like a big open space, especially if it's flat. In the stream that random people can join, will you have friendly fire turned on? Not that I'll abuse it. I don't know. We might turn it on or turn it off randomly or something. Not sure yet. Maybe. PvP in Valheim is just bad. So anyone who thinks there's any merit to being any good at it is a little bit of a jester, because it does not exist without massive desync. So it's just, there is no circumstance where it's fair, unless there is some crazy low latency, super reliable server that exists somewhere that I'm unaware of. But every single experience played on a server I've experienced is massively unfair because of how laggy and desyncy the game is, which is sort of like tolerable. It's fine for people to just play co-op or whatever, but for serious PvP, no. So I'm not a fan of it, so I wouldn't really want it to come about that necessarily. But we might do it just for the lols. Like I said, just randomly turn it on or off or something. Thanks for the sub on YouTube. Martin DeVoldo, I appreciate that. Hope you're doing good, bud. You guys ever like played any MMOs? Especially like years ago? Where you was in like a PvP zone or something and just get like destroyed by an enemy you never even saw, and then when you die, all of a sudden he like lags onto the screen and you're just like, yeah, cool. Very competitive. Definitely happened a couple of times to me over the years. I'm not sure how much of a thing that is in MMOs now. Dude. Oh my god. Their fucking inventory shit. In general, like with I do really enjoy like certain kinds of PvP experiences in games, but I just can never get invested when it feels like the number one thing is just like terrible netcode and stuff. That makes it, if you're gonna get invested where it's like a game's like laggy as shit and you're doing PvP, there's got to be some other motivation there. Usually games are an absolute no-go if they're a PvP game where it's like the netcode's just like not reliable whatsoever, because I do feel like it totally just defies the point. And the other thing is, it's just like, if it doesn't feel like competitive in any way, then it feels kind of pointless to me most of the time. Now, there's scenarios where both these things, there's still been games that go through it, because like sometimes, like on like a lot of like I never grinded competitive Overwatch, but a lot of casual Overwatch in it. Oh my god, what? I thought I held my dodge button there, but I didn't. A lot of competitive casual Overwatch in the early days, like it didn't feel that competitive really, but it was just really fun. So I played a lot of it. I didn't play the competitive modes much, never did it like seriously, but that was a game that I felt like didn't seem that competitive but actually was really fun, so I liked it. And then like Star Citizen, the netcode is absolutely god awful, but I like the PvP because it's just like a unique experience and it's really funny to pirate people. And it's sort of like the part where you actually wind up shooting people in first person mode or having a dogfight. First of all, with a dogfight, the netcode is not too bad, but it's really just the on the ground stuff that's dodgy. sort of the fact that the parts where you kill a player are not necessarily where I'm getting the value out of the experience. It's sort of like piracy is just inherently fun. It creates a fun overall experience. How is saying that you disagree with SC physics model? You're saying SC physics model is atrocious. How is that disagreeing? What do you think I said? Because that sentence doesn't make any sense. We never spoke about the physics model. And I literally said about the how laggy it was. Obviously the game is like super buggy and weird. The application of the physics model makes dogfighting terrible. That is nothing to do with what I said. But fair play. You don't like the physics model. That's a different thing. I was really referring to netcode. I was referring to how laggy and crazy bad the netcode is with the first person combat on the ground, and how the dogfighting combat doesn't seem to perform like that, especially like when you're in space. It seems to perform better from a netcode perspective. I didn't mention anything about the actual physics model and how that affects it. Right. Yeah, we were talking specifically about the lagginess of the netcode and stuff. I don't really care too much if someone likes or dislikes a game. It's just part of a larger discussion I was having about PvP experiences. That generally, for me to appreciate a PvP experience, it has to not feel buggy or laggy or anything. It has to feel like it's got good netcode, and it has to feel competitive most of the time. Sometimes there's something like fun or interesting or whatever about a PvP experience that I can get into if it's not those things, but those games are the anomalies. And piracy in SE is just one of them. One of the things I was using as an example, which doesn't actually have to include dogfighting whatsoever, and the way that I do it, it doesn't. I saw you were thinking about spearing the poor deer. Got to change your mind. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it, to be honest. It's just instinct. It doesn't look like there is copper in here. That's like what we've been looking for a while now. Yeah, the troll has wandered off. I'm sort of okay with the troll wandering off because I know we'll be able to find him. But yeah, I really need to. If the copper isn't here, then we really may be stranded. We have to figure out another way we can get to another island. We may have to do some corpse run spam to get there or something. Not seeing any copper chat here. That's really not good. I hope I'm just being blind and not seeing it. Need to be careful about this spot because it gets so close to the planes. The little dot of planes in there. Man, it really doesn't look like there is any. That's so fucked. If so. This could make being a vegan extra difficult. Can build the new Draka to traverse the oceans that does not cost animal hide. Yeah, I mean, it does require you to use the scales of the queen, which I think is borderline, but also we can't make a Draka on this island right now, can we? So we can do a line of corpse runs to a different island to swim in the ocean, to survive swimming in the ocean. It's not worth tanking this. Unfortunately, we're going to waste our ability. Man, I can't believe all the boulders are stone. Let's see what's in this tombstone. Nothing useful, really. Oh. Well, going to have to be a little bit more creative. Maybe there is a tiny patch of mountain there. There's a chance of getting bronze if there's an ice cave. But there's no chance of getting copper in there, is there? I think it might have to be corpse run time. I'm trying to think if there's some glitches that could get me out of this. We might be able to do a dungeon clip in the swamp and try and fly over there. Then again, how close does this swamp get to land? We should probably investigate that. Let's do that. Maybe it's really close anyway. Oh my god. Another one came out of nowhere. Still not sure what happened to the Iron Gate employee as a child that decided to make it possible for multiple mosquitoes to spawn in the same spot. Probably not good though. The Swedes for you, evil eyes there. True. Where are the Valheim devs donating today that can speak for themselves? Grimcore started this event off. Where is he? Speak for yourself. All right, let me close the door because it's getting a little bit late. Don't want to keep anyone up. Now I've closed the door. It's basically just a countdown to when it's gonna be too hot for me to stay in the stream room. So we'll see how far we get, chat. We might as well grab this just for the corpse run. If you have anything in your inventory and you're trying to collect a tombstone that has full inventory, you're just gonna die because you can't pick your inventory up. Dude, that mosquito, this movement was so weird. Looks like the game might be making us go to make fires again. Hammer time strats, as chat calls it. What is that? Look at that placement of mosquito. He wasn't there before. Okay. Was it cheap? Oh, fuck. The other didn't see that the other one was coming already. Alright, we had to do a lot of damage there. Bro, I hate those. Me too, bro. And my patience would have rage quit a long time ago. Appreciate that. I think patience over the years has become sort of the channel's speciality. Should be able to grab one of these now, I think. This is such bullshit, man, with the layout of all this. You just can't see what's happening. Alright, we did a lot more damage there. It's gonna almost be dead now. Just watching the Playing Beginner's Guide. You the goat man, keep it up. Oh, thanks, bud. I appreciate that. Let's enjoy the content. Thanks for checking it out. Oh my god. We're being hunted and we're dealing with multiple mosquitoes now. I forgot about the one that spawned here. Oh, the wolf spawned in the ocean. That's lucky temporarily. The mosquito just left the wolves alone, huh? And that wolf's stuck, seemingly. He's coming now. But that troll's gonna get him. Perfect. It's so funny doing this series where you guys vote on, like, you know, the challenge basically level of what's going on. Because, yeah, it's crazy that it just, like, it just varies so wildly depending on what settings are on or off. I do definitely feel that we're on to something content-wise with the general sort of vibe of this event. That is a lot of leather. Ooh, there's still a lot of fine wood there. That's potentially big. Can we do something with this? To save it. I can't really put it anywhere, but I'll just drop it on here. We need to remember. Come back for this. Things are going okay. Valheim, you're being hunted. True. Is the other guy dead? Yeah, he is. Okay. All right. Can't reach him. is so... What? I love how the movement and the AI for fuelings is absolute garbage. And then the moment you create a maze for them, they're just like zipping through things. It's really hard to do this on an uneven surface like this. Dude. Get on the fire. See, the walls are going to set on fire anyway. Whatever, bro. You're boring. I'm going to leave you here. Enjoy. Let's make a bed somewhere up here. Oh my god. I can't be bothered dealing with this. Let's just go. We've got Eichthir. We wanted to check out that swamp. To see how close it got to the land. Trying to get a bed down when it's so many enemies. Doesn't feel worth it. Now this is plains, which is scuffed, but at least it's quiet. Okay. You really could do it somewhere a bit flatter, but... Maybe we should make a hoe, considering we can't make a pickaxe. At least we can do something with terrain. Bit of a risky sleep. Oh. Okay, bro. Really? The fucking giant ooze has to come as well? Well, fuck it then. I'm leaving this stuff. Oh. Just want to see how close to land we can get. okay. I couldn't see that he was going to hit us because we were on the other side of the tree, so I thought he wouldn't, but GG, I guess. Maybe should have reloaded there because there is a chance that an enemy gets back to destroy our bed. But it shouldn't have because we kited them, yeah. So we're alright. Yeah, we are really close now. Hopefully we can get something useful out of this swamp's proximity to the other island. I don't know. Gradually running out of ideas. Trying to think. If only there was an iron cart. Like a bronze cart and an iron cart. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, arrested buff is not super important right now. We will probably use a crypt for a brief moment of respite. I just want to see how close we can get to this other island. Ooh, close enough to see it, actually. Look at that. That's pretty close. If there's a... Is that close enough? If we dungeon clip. Maybe. We can make it. Across. Yeah, we also might be able to kill that abomination whilst we're here, actually. Let me think about this. We definitely don't need that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to last very long in this heat. By the way, guys, so I'll probably call it soon. Drogas do look so funny when they run around and stuff. It is true. I'm just thinking. Yellow mushrooms definitely really good for us. Oh, we can't get past these without making a bronze pickaxe though, because we're not allowed to use antler. How much stamina can we get? Can't eat that stuff. It's not vegan. When we went and had a look, it actually looked like this place to the west was pretty close. Let me have another look. Yeah, if there's a landmass closer and we can find a dungeon closer to that, then maybe we can dungeon clip out of this problem. I don't think it's ever going to be worth us going back to the middle to place this, so I'm just dropping it. Oh my god, of course now a leech shows up. YOLO! Okay. You're not happy with this roof game? Oh, we don't have the wood for this shit. Alright, don't matter. It's not why we're here. This is why we're here. Oops. Well. Is there not more? I missed the ledge there. Be good if we could get one more core wood, but I don't know if there is one more core wood. Oh, I think there is actually. This is so scuffed right now. Let's see if we can get enough stamina to just go up a step before they attack us. Nope. Oh, yeah. Just. And look, it's sneaky. Oh no, this one went up. There we go. Okay. Interesting. Oh shit, bro, don't set yourself on fire. You know, funny detail about Valheim? You guys probably know if you watch the speedrun streams and stuff, but if not, you might not. If you trap yourself like in a hole, you can usually rest. It's not counting because it's not on the ground, I guess. All right. Get the fuck out of here. Right, let's keep looking further north because it does look like we're getting pretty close to the north, actually. Maybe even connected together. Oh shit, it is. Well, that's the absolute best case scenario. It's actually so funny. We're excited about something so tiny, but these land masses being connected together is such a huge win for us right now. Considering we're not allowed to make a boat. My God. Praise Odin. Praise our and Jesus. All our ultimate goals revolve around obviously managing to get 2 more totems so you can do your glove. So if we can find them and just planes, that would be amazing as well. All right. Almost forgot that's what we're doing. I know, right? It's like everything is such a gargantuan task at the minute. It's funny to put it in perspective of what we actually need to do. I think this is where we were earlier in the run though, so I don't know what our chances are going to be of finding more totems here. But there is a black forest there. So it might give us access to copper. It's already getting so hot I can barely think. We will need cores. Just a couple more. Nice. Oh, nice. Perfect. Not gonna mess about any longer because just want progress, man. We just saw a troll. So that's good. Well, this is good in the long run, but we're not going to have the inventory to deal with that for a minute. We kind of need to get back out in the open seas and explore new areas. But for that, we need a cart. Because making a raft goes against our principles as a vegan Viking. I'm having a real problem spotting copper today. Let me just find copper and then I can log off and mark it and know what we need to do next stream. Copper. Hallelujah. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it there for tonight. But we are going to be able to get off this island and start sailing the seven seas in our trusty cart, at least whilst we're currently a vegan Viking, where we can't use leather products and stuff, animal products. Obviously, that may change soon. We are like quite a while off for the next $100 barrier for the challenge to change, but who knows? But we now have what we need in the vicinity to progress, and we've found it. So this is definitely the toughest session so far where we made the least progress, but we've made progress and we're ready to go. So, and at least we're not using a controller. But thank you so much for watching the stream, guys. Thank you so much for all the donations. Thanks so much for supporting the content. It is all about the fun, exactly. It is all about the fun. I am enjoying just like the wackiness of it. It's very fun and silly. Yeah, thanks so much. For everyone that doesn't know that might be watching right now, we're doing this thing to raise some money for the channel to help me catch up on some bills and stuff. Where every $10 on the bar. Basically, if you donate via the Streamlabs link, you get a link to it by next to Streamlabs, blah, blah, blah. Link in the description, pinned comment and chat. You have to use that link, but that adds to the bar. Every $10, you guys vote on my world mods. Every $100 on the bar, you guys vote on the active challenge. And right now, we've got a vegan character, which is pretty interesting. And these are our active challenges, active mods. So very hard combat, very high raid rate, and fire hazards. It's definitely an interesting combo. It's been fun. But thanks a lot for watching the stream. Before you go, make sure you smash like on YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Even if you watch over on Twitch, heading over to YouTube, smashing like, smashing subscribe, definitely really helps. Don't forget to join Discord as well to make sure you don't miss any live streams or videos. I can't keep doing this event forever, but I am willing to keep going until we get the goal. Although, frankly, if it takes until the end of the month, I'm not sure it will have been worth it. But yeah, I'm going to be streaming this specific challenge where you guys can manipulate it very regularly until we've hit that goal. I should have put a timer on the goal from the get-go. That was my mistake. Just because we just do have other things that need to get done. But anyway, think about that another time. So yeah, pretty soon, the 15th, massive Hunt Showdown update comes out. I want to play that. And I need to crack on with some videos because right now there's no video made to release this month on the YouTube channel. So I'll have to get cracking with videos soon. But if we've not hitting the goal by the time I need to work on a video, I'll come back to working on this playthrough. I'm just so hot and tired now because it's just roasting in here. Can't think. What was I saying? Yeah, if I end up having to move on to videos before this playthrough, before we hit the goal, not before the playthrough is done, but before we hit the goal, then I'll just like make a video and then we'll come back and continue this. I'm not going to abandon it. We don't have to finish the playthrough, just have to hit the goal, because the aim is when we hit the $1,000 mark, once we hit the goal, we'll do a stream where I'll do a multiplayer stream where we'll put the password for the server in the chat and anyone will be able to join. And it'll just be like pure chaos, basically. We'll be able to join for free and we'll try and speedrun the game together. That's the plan. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon, probably tomorrow. If not, almost certainly the next day. Or probably tomorrow to continue on the playthrough. So thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys soon for some more Valheim. Night, guys. Have a good one. Bye.